Welcome back to Here for the Common Game. Today we're going to talk about the original vampire legend, Mr. Baron Sengir. Now, granted, if Baron Sengir was printed today, he would cost like 3 mana less or 2 mana less and would be an uncommon or some shit, but he was cool back in the day. We were tickled to get him. He was amazing, and now he's kind of lost some favor through time. You know, we've outclassed creatures that we had back then. But anyway, he is a legend. I do got to get around to him. He is a vampire. And he's the vampire. So I went, this is going to be a quick one today. I went with tribal mono black vampire. So here we go. Let's actually look at our vampires first. Blood Artist, got to see that one coming. Now, a lot of these are not exactly the captivating vampires. Of course, our champion. The Nighthawk is amazing. The Planeswalker Killer. Or, if you just want to set somebody up and give them a Merit Lage if they have Dark Depths. The Bloodlord. Dark Imposter. Vampire Nocturnus. Vampire Nocturnus is actually the reason why I run Terramorphic Expanse and Evolving Wilds in the deck, because I'll just put them out there and let them chill. Because if you flip up an artifact or a land, they don't get the bonus, and a lot of times you count on and you need that bonus. So cannot forget the OG vampire, the Sengir, the one that started it all. Anawan kind of seems to naturally fit the bill because, you know, you'll never have to sack anything. Malakir Blood Witch is just, a lot of times she just kills folks when she just comes into play. And the rest of these are essentially fillers. They are just dudes. Now, the Gatekeeper's awesome. He costs 3. But they are, the Sangromancer, pretty decent. These are just creatures that I put in there to, you know, fill out the tribe, essentially. The Butcher, I love the Butcher. You know, of course, everybody does. That ability is cool. It's on a 5/4 flying potty, but it's a creature. It's easier to kill. So, you know, them are the apples, I guess. Like I said, lots of vampires. I think this may actually come out. I don't know. I'm releasing on like even numbered days now, so this is not going to come out on Halloween, but it'll be close. I don't know. Speaking of vampires, you know, you kind of got to have the vampire planeswalker. But vampires do need a little bit of help. You know, we got our Bad Moon, our Door of Destinies, the Hall of Triumph, and yes, even the Coat of Arms, specifically the White Border Coat. So I actually picked this one up really cheap because it was damaged. Is this a damaged one? I can't tell. There's a little nick up at the top, but anyway, got it cheap. Vampiric Link kind of goes with our theme, as does the Blade of the Blood Chief, and even more so some ramp in Dark Ritual. The flavor of it is just, you know, I mean, it's a dark ritual. It's exactly a vampire thing to do. Call of the Bloodline, Exsanguinate. I mean, it's just a great card anyway, but it's also, I mean, there's vampire in the art and the flavor. This is a vampire card if I've ever seen it. If we still did tribal, this would probably be, you know, a tribal vampire card. Kind of like this would be a tribal Sorin card. I mean, Headshot, anybody? Yeah, please. Let's see here. Urge to Feed is going to be another awesome vamp card. Sorin's Thirst. Trying out the Mirror of the Forebears. It's, you know, it's not as good as the Mirage Mirror, but, you know, I do got a couple of these things. I got to use them somewhere. I think eventually, maybe, yeah, when I get done, I may actually inventory the decks. I don't know, just to see what my most used card is or whatever. Hello, Rogue's Passage. Let's see, Feast of the Blood. Another vampire card. Blood Tribute. Now, Sever the Bloodline. We all know what this is for. This is our token killer. Sign in Blood. You got to have Sign in Blood. I mean, it's just this is a vampire card. Even more so, Tainted Remedy. Now, granted, this is more themed toward Lily, who's not vamp, but a lot of our stuff does have lifelink or whatever. Oh, no, it's opponent. I'm thinking wrong card. Too many cards. Now we get to stuff like Removal, the Doomblade, the Terror, the Tragic Slip, which does not kill Emrakul, by the way. Tendrils of Corruption to go that leads into the actual Corrupt. Consume Spirit, yeah, only black mana. I'm fine with that. Diabolic Tutor is going to search out the pieces we need. Wayfarer's Bauble and the Colony Gem are amazing because the Colony Gem, one of the lands you're bouncing, is going to be Bojuka Bog, so you get double use out of it. Herald's Horn. I mean, it's, I guess, technically a ramp. The Warhammer and the Sword of Vengeance is just good equipment. Now, I do run Feast of the Unicorn because it was from Homelands and a permanent +4, kind of not bad. It is an enchant creature, which is opens you up to 2-for-1 shenanigans, but fairly decent. I like it. It fits the flavor, and it's kind of twisted. Last but not least is Gloom, because it's mono black vampires. Vampires back in the day, back in the Baron Sengir days, didn't like white. Now we got white vampires, but he was a purist. He didn't like, he was all about that doom and gloom and the whatever. But anyway, like I said, pretty quick. Not going to be real long on this one. That's what I've got for Baron Sengir. It's mono black vamps. I know I've done it before. There's probably a lot of overlap with some of the previous decks, but checking him off the list. I do appreciate you watching, but right now we're going to shuffle and cut.